You're watching the SCAC Player of the Week interviews. It's week 2 of the 2020-21 SCAC volleyball season. Today we're joined by the SCAC Volleyball Offensive Player of the Week, junior middle hitter Georgia Mullins of the Colorado College Tigers in Georgia. First of all, congratulations and thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Russell. I'm glad to be here.
Georgia, we are finally back into the swing of the season. Speak to kind of the challenges that you and your teammates have gone through to get to this point. Obviously, so many different hurdles, but, how rewarding has it been to kind of, take on those challenges as a team and to finally get back into the season and get to competing once again?
It's extremely rewarding. We've all been waiting a really long time to get back on the floor with each other. And even though we don't have all of our players here this season, we're definitely treating it as though it was a normal season. And we're ready to take these opportunities that we have and not take them for granted because we've been waiting so long for these opportunities. And I think everybody put in the work they needed to during the off season, during the quarantine. And we're all really just excited to have a regular season again.
Georgia, you look at the start of the season, you and your teammates off to a really strong 4-0 start, most recently coming off a pair of 3-0 match wins over Dallas this past weekend. What have you seen thus far, sort of from a team perspective, that gives you confidence about this group as you head into the rest of the year?
I think from an outside perspective, people look at our team and think that the amount of players we lost last year would have a big effect on our quality this year, but nobody within our team thinks that way. We even think that we're better this year, and I think that's a redeeming quality with our team, and that we have a lot of confidence in ourselves, even though a lot of people might not, given how many successful seniors we did lose last year.
Individually, you were outstanding in those 2 wins. Georgia hit 500 on the weekend with 14 kills. In the opener, you had 7 kills, 8 digs, 2 block shots. Then you come back in the nightcap. You hit over 700 for just the 3rd time in your career, 7 for 10, just the 2nd time you've hit 700 or better on 10 or more swings. Speak to how you were able to be so successful out there on the floor for the Tigers, and how much confidence do performances like that give you individually?
Obviously, I have to give a lot of the credit to my teammates. We were passing dimes all weekend, and that obviously plays a big role in how many sets we can get to the middle. We've spent a lot of time in practice working on the connections, specifically between our setters and our middles, and I think that really paid off come game time. Um, and then game 2, our coaches put a lot of strategy in our heads, and I think that is what helped me hit 700 come game 2. We were a little more prepared. We knew where to find open holes and how to deal with Dallas's defense.
And finally, to wrap things up, as we look ahead to this weekend, Trinity comes to town, Georgia. Obviously, that's a huge, pair of matchups for both programs. Part of the reason why you came to Colorado College, to have these type of big time, atmosphere moments. What are your expectations going into these 2 matches? What will be key for you and your teammates to try and continue to build off this early season momentum?
We're really excited. I think a little key factor is the fact that we're not overly confident. That can often get us in a little bit of a problem, but I think the excitement is far outweighing the confidence right now. We have the number 1 team in the nation coming into our house tonight, so it's going to be a really good match. It's going to be intense and it's going to be exciting. So we've been preparing for it all week long, and our team, our freshmen aren't really ready for the intensity that we're going to bear tonight, or no, they're actually ready. I shouldn't say that. They're very ready. They're just going to be in for a surprise. I think it's always a great matchup versus Trinity, and whatever the outcome be, I know it's going to be a great match.
The Kansas native in this week's SCAC Volleyball Offensive Player of the Week for week 2 of the 2021 season, junior middle hitter Georgia Mullins of the Colorado College Tigers. Georgia, again, congratulations on your honor and best of luck as you continue to move forward throughout your junior season.
Thank you, Russell.